Have you ever noticed that the people who seem the strongest are rarely the ones demanding attention? They are not constantly explaining themselves. They are not available every second of the day. They are not rushing to answer every message, every criticism, every expectation placed upon them. Yet somehow they carry a quiet presence that commands respect. Most people believe power comes from being seen. The Stoics believed the opposite. True power comes from self-possession. Think about your own life. How much of your energy is spent reacting? A text message interrupts your evening. A negative comment stays in your mind for hours. Someone's opinion changes your mood before breakfast. Little by little, your peace becomes dependent on things outside your control. And that is where suffering begins. The moment you stop making yourself available to every demand, every drama, every emotional disturbance, something remarkable happens. You start hearing your own thoughts again. You stop living as a reflection of other people's expectations. You begin returning to yourself. And when that happens, everything changes. The trap of always being available. From an early age, many of us are taught that being good means being available. Answer quickly. Help everyone. Don't disappoint people. Don't say no. At first, it sounds noble. But over time, it becomes a habit of self-neglect. You answer messages while exhausted. You agree to plans you don't want. You listen to everyone's problems while ignoring your own. Days pass, months pass. And one day, you realize something unsettling. You have been present for everyone except yourself. The modern world rewards constant accessibility. Your phone never sleeps. Your inbox never empties. Social media creates the illusion that you must always be connected. But constant access comes at a cost. Every unnecessary obligation takes a small piece of your attention. Every forced yes moves you further away from your own priorities. The Stoics understood a simple truth. Your time is limited. Your energy is limited. Your life is limited. The person who gives these away carelessly should not be surprised when they feel empty. Because when you belong to everyone, you eventually stop belonging to yourself. Why people can easily control you. Most manipulation does not happen through force. It happens through reaction. Someone knows exactly what to say to make you angry. Someone knows how to trigger your guilt. Someone knows which insecurity will keep you awake at night. And before you realize it, they are influencing your decisions without ever touching your freedom. The problem is not them. The problem is that your emotions have become predictable. Imagine a coworker who criticizes you in front of others. A single sentence ruins your entire day. Now they control your attention. Not because they are powerful, because you surrendered control of your inner world. Epictetus taught that people are disturbed not by events, but by their judgments about events. That lesson remains just as relevant today. Every emotional trigger is a doorway. If you rush through it unconsciously, someone else leads you. If you pause and observe, you remain in command. The strongest people are not immune to emotion. They simply refuse to let emotion make their decisions. And that is where real freedom begins. The Stoic art of conserving energy. Most people protect their money more carefully than they protect their energy. They think twice before spending $100, but they will spend 3 hours worrying about a stranger's opinion without hesitation. The Stoics understood something that modern life often ignores. Your attention is your most valuable resource. Every argument steals a piece of it. Every grudge demands interest payments. Every unnecessary conflict drains strength that could have been used to build a better life. Think about the last time someone offended you. The words may have lasted 10 seconds. But how many hours did you spend replaying them? How much peace did you sacrifice for a moment that was already over? This is how energy disappears. Not through dramatic events, but through constant mental leakage. A wise person does not try to win every battle. A wise person chooses which battles deserve their life force. Because not everything requires a response. Not everything deserves your attention. And sometimes the greatest victory is refusing to carry what was never yours to begin with. Peace begins where unnecessary struggle ends. Silence is not weakness. In a world obsessed with constant noise, silence is often misunderstood. People assume that if you do not respond, you have nothing to say. If you walk away, they think you are afraid. If you remain calm, they mistake it for weakness. But the Stoics saw things differently. They knew that self-control is far more difficult than self-expression. Anyone can react. Anyone can raise their voice. Anyone can defend their pride. Few can remain composed when emotions demand immediate action. Imagine being criticized in front of others. Most people rush to defend themselves. They feel an urgent need to prove they are right. But the disciplined mind pauses, not because it lacks confidence, because it does not depend on external approval. Silence is not surrender. It is the ability to choose peace over impulse. It is the strength to refuse invitations into chaos. There are moments when words solve problems, but there are also moments when silence reveals wisdom. The strongest person is often not the one speaking. It is the one who has mastered the urge to speak. Building your inner fortress. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself that the mind can become a fortress. A place no insult can enter without permission. A place no criticism can conquer without consent. Most people live without this fortress. Their mood changes with every conversation. Their confidence rises and falls with other people's opinions. Their peace depends on circumstances they cannot control. And that is a dangerous way to live. An inner fortress is built one decision at a time. You build it when you pause before reacting. You build it when you stop explaining yourself to everyone. You build it when you choose principles over emotions. A co-worker's negativity no longer follows you home. A stranger's opinion no longer determines your worth. A difficult day no longer becomes a difficult life. The world remains unpredictable. People remain imperfect. Challenges continue to appear, but something changes inside you. You become harder to shake, harder to manipulate, harder to distract from what truly matters. Because when your peace comes from within, the outside world loses much of its power over you. And that is where real strength begins. Why people become uncomfortable when you change. One of the strangest truths about personal growth is that not everyone celebrates it. You would think people would be happy to see you become calmer, wiser, and more self-respecting. But often, the opposite happens. The moment you stop saying yes to everything, someone calls you selfish. The moment you stop explaining yourself, someone accuses you of being distant. The moment you stop tolerating disrespect, someone says, "You have changed." And they are right. You have changed, but not in the way they mean. You are no longer willing to sacrifice your peace to maintain their comfort. Many relationships are built on expectations rather than genuine connection. People become familiar with a certain version of you. The helper, the listener, the one who is always available. When that version disappears, they feel unsettled. Not because you became worse, because the old dynamic no longer serves them. The Stoics understood that growth requires courage. Not just the courage to change, but the courage to disappoint those who benefited from your old habits. Sometimes, becoming a better person means becoming less convenient for others. Learning to walk alone. There comes a point in every person's life when they must choose between belonging and becoming. Most people never make that choice. They spend years adjusting themselves to fit into groups, relationships, and expectations that no longer reflect who they are. But growth demands separation. Not forever. Just long enough to hear your own voice again. This is why solitude feels uncomfortable at first. Without constant distractions, there is nowhere to hide. No notifications. No conversations. No approval. Only you and your thoughts. For many people, that silence is frightening. For the Stoic, it is a teacher. It reveals what truly matters. It exposes hidden fears. It forces you to confront the parts of yourself you have been avoiding. Walking alone does not mean rejecting people. It means refusing to lose yourself inside them. There is a unique strength that develops when you learn to enjoy your own company. Because the person who can stand comfortably alone is no longer controlled by the fear of abandonment. And that kind of freedom changes everything, becoming unshakable. Eventually, something remarkable begins to happen. The things that once disturbed you lose their power. The criticism that once ruined your day becomes background noise. The rejection that once felt devastating becomes a simple redirection. The opinions that once controlled your decisions become irrelevant. Not because life becomes easier, because you become stronger. This is the transformation the Stoics spoke about. Not a life without problems. A mind that remains steady despite them. You stop measuring your worth through other people's reactions. You stop chasing validation. You stop explaining your choices to those committed to misunderstanding you. And with every step, your center becomes stronger. Your peace becomes less fragile. Your confidence becomes quieter, but far more real. You no longer need everyone to approve of you. You no longer need every situation to go your way. You no longer need the world to behave differently for you to remain calm. That is what it means to become unshakable. Not controlling life, but mastering yourself. And once you learn that skill, very little can take your peace away. At the end of the day, this is not about becoming cold. It is not about pushing people away. And it is certainly not about living in isolation. It is about learning one of the hardest lessons in life. Not everyone deserves unlimited access to your time, your attention, or your peace. For too long, many people spend their lives trying to be accepted, trying to be understood, trying to be needed. But somewhere along the way, they forget themselves. The Stoics understood that freedom begins when you stop looking outside yourself for permission to be at peace. When you stop being available for every demand, every conflict, and every emotional storm, you create space for something greater. Clarity, strength, self-respect. You begin to realize that your value was never determined by how much of yourself you could give away. It was determined by how well you could remain true to who you are. So, as you leave this video, ask yourself one question. What would change in your life if you protected your peace as carefully as you protect everything else? Because the moment you stop abandoning yourself to satisfy the world is the moment you begin to reclaim your freedom. If this message resonated with you, write in the comments, "I choose peace over approval." And remember, the strongest person is not the one who controls others. It is the one who no longer needs to. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.